Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Europa Universalis 5 here with the Kingdom of Lithuania, where we are in the year 1480. It is March. We do have this Sabus where we are trying to increase our ties to the neighbors, 55% there. We do have an underage heir, so I'm not going to worry so much about that. Our Cassis Belli against the Teutons, or the Teutons. The Teutons will end at 1481. The Eastern Pomeranian Patriots and the Markish Patriots are still rising up against us. We are missing a lot of RGOs and civilians because the nobles just continue to build and build and build, even though we don't have enough workers as it is, but they are just like, we're going to build no matter what. Poland now will not. Okay, so they're at war. I don't think we're going to go to a war against the Teutonic Order. Who are you at war against? Oh, of course. While many among the majority have converted to Catholicism, not all have embraced the true faith. Some still secretly revere the holy gods, discreetly redefine the authority of the crown. Perhaps the privileges granted to them serve to shelter these heretical practices. It may be time to remind them who we truly rules over them, should they continue to uphold their removing beliefs. 10% estate satisfaction, but 5%, yep. So which side are they on? Of course, they're on the side opposite France. Of course they are. Yeah, we're definitely not going to war against the Teutonic Order. Like, we're not strong enough on our own. They have like 20 million allies. And yeah. We are still building our university in Minsk and a counting house in Kaunas. Because, I mean, here's the problem. All of their allies would still join. And we'd be outnumbered drastically on land, drastically on the ocean. And because Hungary, distance, right? And you're in debt? How are you in debt? You're not in debt. In debt. They're not in debt. The rest I could buy, but they're not in debt. But okay. Smolensk is almost entirely occupied by Muscovy. We might be able to attack Pskov. We still do have King Constantinus Gediminitis, who's 58 now. When is his birthday? September of this year, his son will come of age. It's really kind of amazing that they're not in debt. They have as much money as we do. Oh, I mean, okay, like 80 less, but now you might have loans and stuff. Why does he have a purple or pink shield? Is that what the Bulgarian army looked like? He looks like a court jester, but okay. Croatia is occupied by the Kingdom of Bulgaria. The two Sicilies just suck. I mean, man. We could let it slide, or we could arrest them. You know, we'll arrest them. I'm not going to lose the legitimacy. I mean, they just suck. They've been dominated by the Papal States. Now they'll be dominated. To be fair, it's the Ottomans. But they've been dominated twice by the Papal States. I don't really want another cathedral, though. I mean, I get it. It helps with, like, the conversions and everything, and that part's great, but... And it's still 50-50 whether or not we'll get the increased opinion of our neighbors and all that, but... You know what? I don't care. Never. You know, we can lose the stability. I'm just tired of the negative events all the time with this Amos. I apologize, but I was in a little bit of a bad mood when I started this episode, and back-to-back negative things with the Savis just did not help my mood. We are up to 38 ducats a month. 25% crowd power. We're at 86% in Minsk, which, I mean, I'm just going to say, is at least now finally a little bit of a solid green. No, it's still kind of a faded green. That's amazing. I mean, that's amazing. Like, I'm sorry, but that is amazing. 293. Technically, our spy network is against Novgorod, who has just an alliance with Yavata. They have 20,000 men. Paskov, which is who we would try to be attacking, have 7,000. You know, we probably would need Sweden again because Poland's at war with France, so they're not going to do anything. There's a very large Hungarian army with the pink shields. They could afford 11,500 men. We could afford some, don't get me wrong, but we are building a university in Polotsk as well. Now, currently, we spent 21.6 on maintenance. We have one university. It's 0.39, so that's going to cost a lot. No. I'm not giving you money. Your dumb self got into a war with France. Not my decision. We're missing lacquerware. Didn't even. Where would this get produced? Artisans and. It was developed in China and Japan as far back as the Neolithic period, more than 10,000 years ago. It consisted covered products made of wood or metal with a decorative layer of lacquer or liqueur. Product extracted from rusted and wax. This lacquer layer can then be further decorated with paintings, carvings, and dustings of gold or silver, making it into a luxurious good. Voldemort has come of age. Apparently, nobody wants to marry us. Okay. This is an awesome episode. So the university in Minsk was finally built. I feel like that took like 900 days. Ula is now a core. Hell is Ula? Oh, it's up here. So let's see, like we're at 86.36. I don't think it's actually going to change that much, but hypothetically. Right, now that we have our university. I still find it amazing no one is willing to marry this dude. He's going to join a foreign order of chivalry, though. And continue to go to the Order of the Dragon. Why is everybody pink? Is that because I have a mod on now that I didn't have at the start? Is that why everybody's army has pink people? I think that's probably it. Because it was Rivers expanded, but I don't really want Rivers expanded this badly if it's going to make everybody be wearing pink. I have nothing against the color pink, don't get me wrong. I just don't think all the armies of the world should be marching around in it. Yeah, I don't think it really helped. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but... Austria, Katharina von Habsburg, and Kraupitz Valdemar. Well, how old is she? She's 19. And she's kind-hearted. Katharina? Yes. What a hat. That is quite a hat. So once we get into December, we'll be able to hopefully create a spy, or cast a spell out of spy network. We already have that. And then, ideally, we could start annexing Ryzev. And hopefully... Oh, we can even embrace an institute. 86 duck. Not 86 stability. Yeah, 86 stability, not 86 ducats, sorry. So we are able to start building up our spot. Casus Belli against Novgorod. We also have smallpox affecting our country, which is not good, obviously. Again, we are going to be losing money because of the university and the counting house, but so we're finally up to 8 on the amount of income here in Vilna. We've got enough beeswax. I'm sure we have enough lumber. And then we probably have enough tools. Although not as many as we should have, but we'll build a winery in Vilnius. Oh, the not the nobles, the burghers are building a road. Miori are depopulating? Okay. I mean, that's like good, you know, so I guess it'll be like, okay. But we don't have enough diplomats. We did increase the taxation of the nobles and the burghers. We left the peasants alone. We have researched basic guilds as fund construction speed plus 10%. Freemasons rely on broader associations known as guilds to share and preserve their knowledge and experience in the system, where veteran masons teach younger apprentices. I don't think that changed. I mean, I'll double check, but I don't think that changed. So now that we have a little bit more control in Slutsk, we are going to go back and try to convert the people more to Catholicism. Poland is still at war with France. We have lumber, horses, sturdy grain, wild game, beeswax, fiber crops, livestock. So again, nothing really that impressive in terms of RGOs up here, but yeah, I don't think it's gone down. I mean, if we wanted to get the 66 negative stab, we could do pike and shot, but I don't really want that. I think that's also understandable. They're building another bog iron smelter. I deleted the one. They're like, oh, we'll build another one then. Okay, so it finally went up. Spy defection. Some of the spies in our espionage system are defecting to other countries as scooters in the short term. Yeah, that's fine. So the good news is I think we'll have enough positive relations with Ryzev to annex them. It's going to be interesting how much of the Ottomans take of Italy, because, again, if anything, they might just take some more of Greece, I guess, but that's fair. Not sure where the Sidovians came from. And again, I am trying to very much keep my income above a certain level. I don't know if I need to, but it's just something I like doing. So in June, we should be able to start the annexation of Ryzev. And then that'll be the last of the vassals. So that is going on now, and it is expected to last until 1485. Tarasky's died. He was our third cousin at courtier of the Kingdom of Lithuania. Yeah, they copy gold. Okay. I do like the burgers are starting to build roads again. I do appreciate that. So yeah, the Ottomans did just take a little bit of territory. Who is this really light green place? The Republic of Messenia. Okay. Selling of indulgences here at 1481. As soon as the golden casket rings, the rescued soul to heaven springs. The practice of promising absolution for released sins in return for money has been highly favored among Catholic followers, or at least those among those with money to spare. They are forgiven for all those sins and they're not even required to give up their vices. However, this practice has raised eyebrows among the Lithuanian Davidsky, who are uncomfortable with the idea of the Pope enriching the Catholic Church in such a manner. Instead, they claim that Christians must show true repentance if their sins are to be forgiven. As King Constantinus and Gediminas grows older, the disputes on the matter grow more personal. He has sinned just as every kid must to keep their rules secure. How that best then should he acquire forgiveness? They're the easy option. Repentance is better. We will lose 10 religious influence. The peasants will gain 5% state satisfaction. The Pope. I was going to say the Papal States, but the Pope loses opinion of us. Or the Papal States, right? Can we even build another? We could, 3 out of 4, but yep, dies again. Well, we don't have a loom though, so I mean that is a problem as well. But we'll build another die maker because we never have enough of those. Right, about 40% now on fabricating the Casus Belli, which hopefully Sweden will join us because we could say, hey, we'll give you some land. Because really, I just want to take Paskov and maybe this place up here. All right, there are less than 10,000 non-Oxations in Minsk. Proskov Obludsky died at 56. She was our distant cousin. She had heart failure. Theodosia Bregututi has reached the age of 16. I believe that family is from Georgia. $178 days of Pulaski until we get the university built. Yeah, I mean, we are just really struggling to get more people to join us. We will agree with Poland to support the Curious proposal. We did move our cabinet minister who was trying to convert more people into the Alsatian culture. Because, I mean, I just feel like he was already well enough on his way. Discovery of the New World. Driven by pursuit of uncharted territories and the mysteries of the unknown, explorers from Portugal have arrived on distant shores. These lands are inhabited by indigenous peoples, speaking unfamiliar tongues and adorned striking ornaments. The discovery raises more questions than answers that might alter the course of history in ways we cannot yet foresee. A new world awaits. Its full potential and challenges still shrouded mystery. In 1492, yeah, blah, 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 Christopher Columbus, but it's 1481. So, don't know why we're talking about Columbus. Goodbye. Hey, we at least very briefly, yeah, very briefly though, we had made it to 40 ducats. Very, very briefly. I'll build another monastery down there. Try to help out in terms of the conversion rate. Elias QA Pro Divina, I think we will vote yes. Or I think we already had voted yes, so I don't know why it's still there saying we could vote on it, but okay. I'm tempted to build another counting house. Because obviously that gives us more local crowd power, which is big. But as Constantinus is now 60, and I mean, makes sense regarding, what they talked about in terms of, him aging and whether or not we believe in the idea of indulgences or not. So once we get to January, we'll take a look at our building options. Bolsheviko is that way core. I feel like is over here somewhere. No. Okay. It's interesting though that did not seem to. We already have. But thank you, Poland, for asking me if I wanted to support the issue of the Curia. Appreciate that. Now, I mean, we could build another university up in Riga. And the more the institutions spread, the lower the price, right? So, I mean, it does have a purpose. I feel like it is a city. Yeah, it is a city. Okay. We have makeshift repairs. It is unavoidable that ships will deteriorate while sailing the beating of the waves by the soul that accumulate over time, damaging both the hull of the ropes no matter how well constructed the vessel. To alleviate this, sailors are used to performing regular maintenance on their ships to keep them in prime condition. When more significant damage is received, even being able to keep it afloat until they can reach the safe harbor, or a safe harbor. 2.5% gain or loss from ship repair at sea, and maximum ship strength to repair at sea. So we have 3 gravel roads, we have a temple, we have a toll castle, farms. That makes me think... As we already have the university in Minsk. We built the county house in Minsk. That's what we went with. Because we're going to have 3 universities. Now we have a university in Vilna, we have a university in Polotsk soon, and we have a university in Minsk. Now, I do think as we build a tools guild at Kautis, very soon we will try to build a university in Riga. I think I have 5 universities in Lithuania. Vilnius, Minsk, Polotsk, Vilnius. Oh, wait. Riga, Vilnius. Oh yeah, and then Brest-Litovsk. I don't think I'm gonna go for like universities or towns everywhere, right? Certainly could do that, but I don't think that's something I'm gonna be doing. Up to about 22% Catholic in Slutsk, which is just being incredibly difficult to try to convert. Our activities are hidden. We can surely exploit this. Due to our excellent spies, our espionage activities are carefully hidden and sealed for both enemy and allied eyes alike. This has proven very useful in the past. It will surely be especially useful in the future. Okay. We're going to build another missionary. Or is it? Yeah, monastery, not missionary. Sorry. And the reason we did that is just because we are having such a hard time right now. Getting more and more people to convert to Catholicism. The Kiev market is going to be starving? Well, my guess is because of Smoldat's grade and all the lack of food there. Is Poland still at war? Yes. Okay. I will say the Ottomans are going like at a weird conquest. Like, because we have a little bit up here that they're kind of in Moldavia, that a little big chunk out of Bulgaria, that they take a little bit down here in the Greece. It's just like, I don't know. I would have just said take a lot of land. But again, yeah, he's probably better at this than I am. But that's just what I would have done. Make it 3852 ducats here, Jude. It has got down a little bit as these buildings have kind of been being built, which do require, state maintenance, etc. In terms of our technologies, right, we're clergy state, equilibrium, fort limit. Then we got some power projection, Navy initiative, Navy repair, Navy tradition, naval damage. I really don't know what this current correct section chance, I guess. So the better led army, I guess, is basically what that is. I guess we'll support rebels, infiltrate administration. So we'll have a couple different ones there. And I guess social ladder for encouraging urbanization. I don't know how much of that will do, but it's an idea, right? And they're building another road from the Iskis. So, I mean, I'm not mad at the burgers building roads. They didn't take as much land from Smolensk as I thought they could have, but maybe it's just me who takes all the land, right? Like, yeah, give me the land. Speaking of giving me the land, that's what I'm going to be telling Paskov here if we were able to get this war against Novgorod. Which I know Hungary's not going to join because they're too far away. But it's funny that they're going to call me in, but then be like, they won't come in when I call them. So, I mean, I guess they could try harder to get more favors from them, right? That's fair. I could definitely do that. Vyazma and the Great Principality of Muscovy have declared me as a rival. Interesting. Okay. No. Like you've asked me a few times now, Moravia. The answer is still no. I don't want to join your independence movement. Muscovy has guaranteed our subjects, which we just have the one. So I don't know if that's going to do anything, right, for the annexation, because we had started the annexation before then. This is definitely taking forever to get this Casus Belli against them. I mean, I don't think Poland's war is going to be going very well. Negative 66%. Indeed, it is not. We can finally declare war on them. Sweden will join. And of course, now they're allied to Muscovy. We're going to try to build up a spy network against Moldetsk now. Now, I guess you could make the case that if our army was better, we wouldn't need our allies, but I don't think our army is quite that awful. It's just, you know, not good enough to take on Muscovy and Novgorod. Because, all right, that's 45,000 men. Made up 51,000. The whole concept of having Poland and Hungary as an ally was supposed to give me, I don't need a massive advantage. It's just like, man. I also like not to be at a disadvantage, though. We'll build another Spinners Guild in Vilnius. I mean, that's really where we're going to build a lot of our buildings right now. Is probably focus heavily on the capital. Counting house in Minsk is about 20 days away. We are. Wait. We are Lithuania. King Valdemar II will now rule our glorious country. His Majesty's great cunning and silver tongue shall aid us in forming strong alliances with our friends. Constantinus died. He's relatively young. He is only 18. We are in a marriage union with Austria. He died from pneumonia following the common cold. Where is Austria? Is that all that's left of Austria? Wow. She's the ruler of the Duchy of Austria. So, yeah, okay, they don't join us just because we're in a union. Okay. I didn't think they did, but I was just like, man, if they did, that'd be kind of cool. Well, that is actually going to be really interesting now. Like, Maria von Habsburg is her heiress. Does she have a child? She doesn't have any children. Okay. I wonder what that means for me. Like, and my odds of having children. Dang, my money went down. That I don't. What the fuck? Sorry. I don't know why my legitimacy went down because my father died. That makes no sense. So the king dies and we lose permanent legitimacy? What? I don't know if I understand that one. But this is going to be like, well, we have a marriage union, so theoretically... We're going to just withdraw all of our diplomats with the exception of what's going on here because they're just growing so slowly. Okay, so we are back up to our full... income there, although we are just at 27 ducats right now, so we have lost a lot of money following the death of our king. Valdemar II with his poofy shirt. I mean, how do we have negative 50 out of 49? Oh, it needs 100, okay. Clergy estate satisfaction goes up by 2.5%. Boslava Bagratunius come of age. We're still sitting at about 27 ducats. We've lost about 10 ducats since the death of the king. Not in love with that. But we have 4 county houses, 5 libraries, 3 universities overall. Gracia Rex. God selected our ruler, that's fine. Once we get to April of 1483, that's what we'll end today's episode, where we lost a lot of money. Some of which we knew was coming because of the increase in the buildings, right? Some of which I'm a little surprised by. But we do have a marriage union now with Austria. What's left of Austria, but still. Who's... Okay, Venice and then France. Okay. You still at war, Poland? Yeah, looks that way. No manpower. Alrighty. Well, If we uphold the commons, we'll gain 7 stability, and we'll go towards the traditional economy. If we go to the, yeah, we'll do that. Gain the stab. But all right, thank you, everybody. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all later.